Good evening and welcome inside of Monona Grove High School as we get set for tonight's girls varsity basketball matchup between the Monona Grove Silver Eagles and the Milton Redhawks. Alongside Grayson Ebert, Parker Hagan with you for tonight's broadcast as both of these teams begin their February campaign. The Milton Redhawks coming into tonight 10-10 overall, but a Badger Large Conference record of 2 wins and 8 losses after having lost at home to Beaver Dam on Tuesday, 75-62. The third in Division II in the state, ranked Monona Grove Silver Eagles are 13-6 overall and 8-2 in the Badger Large after losing to Edgewood last Thursday, 58-48. By the way, the Crusaders are 4th ranked in Division III. But the Silver Eagles were able to bounce back and easily handle Fort Atkinson on the road, 85-22 to sweep the regular season series with the Blackhawks.
I feel like we're going to see a great matchup tonight of 2 very competitive teams, and I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, Monona Grove's offense has shown some amazing things this year so far, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what we get to see tonight.
Well, considering impressive performances, we had one on Tuesday from Abby Inda. She was 2 rebounds and 2 points shy of a triple-double. Finished with 8 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists at Fort Atkinson. Leading scorers for Monona Grove in that matchup, Tia Justice, number 24, had 16, and Carson Nelson had 15 for the Silver Eagles. But props to the bench in that one as well. Bench points for Monona Grove against Fort Atkinson, 32 of the team's 85 on Tuesday night. So look out for this squad in this upcoming matchup if the bench can get going like they did on Tuesday, and especially if they recreate their first half performance on Tuesday, putting up 50, half a century in the first 18 minutes alone. It was 50-10 at the break, and you can be sure that running clock was instituted for exactly as long as it could have been. And now we'll send you over to Mr. Willauer for our national anthem and our starting lineups.
At this time, please rise to your hats and join the MC Clef Band under the direction of Kyle Granville in the playing of our national anthem. Sophia Mesera. Number 22, Holly Morhart. And number 45, Lauren Coto. And now, Serena Fields on your feet. It's time to the start of a senior number 1, Brooklyn Tracy. A senior number 2, Carson Nelson. A senior number 22, Aubrey Smith. A senior number 23, Tia Justice. And a senior number 24, Abby Inda. This is our coach now, Bree Murphy.
The last meeting between these two teams was at Milton on December 5th, where the Silver Eagles took down Milton by a final of 68-55. Monona Grove would move to 1.5 games back of conference-leading Oregon with a win tonight, and would also sweep the regular season series against Milton. The Redhawks, black uniforms, black and red shorts, red letters and numbering with Redhawks spelled out across the chest. For the Silver Eagles, it's their standard home uniform, Silver Eagles across the chest, navy blue letters and numbering, white uniforms. It's Aubrey Smith and Lauren Kojo. Opening tip, one back by the Silver Eagles. Tortorisi moves to our right and puts in the opening possession for an easy 2.
It's a great, strong start there for the Eagles.
We are not 10 seconds in, and the Silver Eagles are already on the board. Milton the other way, moving right to left as we see it. Redhawks going to work on the offensive side. Here's Kojo, throws it out of bounds. On the far sideline, a pass intended for Morhart. And MG forces a turnover on their first defensive stand. Inbound given to Nelson. Silver Eagles move into their front court. Smith has it right wing, moving to her left. Now pauses at the top of the circle, gives to Inda. Inda in the paint, spins, pivots, kicks to Tia Justice, almost lost it but got it back. Justice takes it back to the top of the arc, kicks over to the far side, Nelson is there. Nelson in the paint, over 2 defenders, lays it up, no good, but she got her own rebound tipped. Out of bounds though, it bounced on the paint, and Milton will take over. Morhart to inbound for the Redhawks. Just under a minute gone by, 2-0 Monona Grove. Inbound tip, Smith and Nelson work together to force the turnover. Nelson gives it inside, Abby Inda in the paint, finds Justice, lays it up, left it short, but she got contacted. And that'll be 2 shots for Tia Justice early on. Koyo hit with her first personal. Justice at the charity stripe. Eyes the rim, lets it fly on the first of 2. It's no good. Silver Eagle Girls Varsity Basketball and Monona Community Media, the Monona Go app, and 98.7 WVMO. Second of 2 free throws for Tia Justice coming up. On the way, and too strong. Koyo the rebound for the Redhawks. Into the front court they go, trying to get their first points of this contest, and Aubrey Smith is fighting for the basketball. We have a whistle and a jump ball, arrow Milton. Or so I thought. Yes, that is the case. So Morhart to inbound near sideline against Nelson. Morhart looking. Got to get it in. Gets it into the back court. Mesera is there. Mesera brings it into the front court, moves to the left wing. That's actually Butchin with it. Butchin against Inda. Lost it. Got it back. Nice D from Inda, but Butchin able to get it away. Now spinning is Keyline. Gives off to Mesera. Mesera right of the lane. Kicks out to the far wing. Morhart with it, finding Keyline. Keyline kicks to the corner. Number 35, Allison Koyo is there. And she couldn't finish the mid-range J. Silver Eagles the other way. Inda into the paint. Steps back and leaves the jumper short. About a minute 50 gone by. Still 2-0 Monona Grove. Into the front court come the Redhawks. The pass inside intercepted by Tortorisi. Now Tia Justice has it. The feed ahead from Nelson to Aubrey Smith. Layup is good off the glass. And Milton wants an early timeout after giving up 4 points to the Silver Eagles early on. 4-0 MG, 15:56 remaining in the first half, and this will be a 30-second timeout.
I'm really liking the way that MG is approaching this game here. I mean, wow, what a strong start for them. We're just just a little over 2 minutes into this game, and they've already put up 4 points, and they are looking great on defense. Their offense, I mean, it's early on, but they were given multiple opportunities to score, and they only came up 50% of the time there.
Always nice when you can keep your opponents off the board, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Milton basketball after the timeout. To inbound baseline right will be Morehart. And we get underway once again. Morehart looking, gets it in to Allison Coyo. Coyo against Smith, brings it across the timeline. On the far side, Coyo switches to the left hand. Crossover dribble, has to step back. Coyo against Smith once more. Now she's got to get it away, and she does so. Morehart has it against Carson Nelson. Morehart looking to inch closer to the perimeter. She has to give it away. Keyline has it, top of the circle. And a reach inside from Nelson, and Tortorisi could not complete the steal. And the three-point shot goes off the top of the backboard. That's a miss from Butchin, I want to say. Couldn't quite get the number. But out of bounds to Monona Grove as Abby Indo walks it across the timeline. Gives off to Justice, right wing. Inside, Tortorisi has it. Back out to Justice it goes. Justice kicks to the left wing. Smith finds Nelson. Inside feed, Justice left of the lane. She puts it up and gets it to go. Around the rim and good. 6-0 Monona Grove, 14:53 remaining in the first half. And the inbound given to Keyline. Keyline will walk it across the midcourt stripe against Justice. Moves to her left, now on the left wing. The pass intended for Butchin is taken away by Abby Inda. Milton forced back into the backcourt. Butchin able to get it back across the timeline. Inda close on her. Butchin inside the corner. And the pass intended for Keyline will go out of bounds in the backcourt. Turnover, Milton. And another offensive mistake early on means it's been 3 minutes, 38 seconds of game time and no offensive success for the Redhawks. Inbound given to Nelson, who finds Abby Inda in the paint. Inda bullies her way up. No good on the layup. It was too strong. Milton the other way trying to get their first points. Butchin almost threw it away. Mesra able to gather. Mesra brings it into the left elbow. Gives to Keyline. Now Coyo's got it. Coyo spins in the paint. Lays it up and good off the glass. That's Milton's first points about 4 minutes in. 13:50 to go first half. 6-2 Milton.
I like what we just saw there by the Redhawks offense. I mean, it's great they got to put points on the board now, so that's great for them.
Inda feeds inside to Aubrey Smith, who got bumped. And that's the Redhawks' second foul of the period.
Redhawks just got to make sure to limit their mistakes, definitely with the fouls early on in this game, because MG has had several opportunities early on to put points on the board.
Justice got fouled after taking the inbound and putting it up. Do they give her continuation? It looks like it. So Justice will step to the line for a pair. And Stockman, new into the game for the Redhawks, hit with her first. Justice at the charity stripe puts her first of two up and leaves it short. Still 6-2 Monona Grove, 13:37 remaining in the first half. Second of two coming up for Justice. Lets it fly, and it rattles through off the back iron and good. 7-2 Monona Grove. Inbounds given to Stockman. Stockman will bring it up into the front court against Tia Justice of MG. Stockman kicks to the corner. Keyline is there. Keyline moves to the right wing against Tia Justice, who made the switch. Now finding Koyo. Brings it into the paint against Smith. Koyo spins, puts it up over Smith, and couldn't hit. Rebounded by Smith and Cora Glenn. They work together. Silver Eagles the other way. Carson Nelson finds the lay-in off the window and good with the right hand. 9-2 Monona Grove, about 5 minutes gone by.
I like the aggression from the offense there. With Carson Nelson having that amazing play just then, getting that layup up there and putting the 2 points on the board for a team. This offense is looking really good early on.
Stockman missed the left-handed layup on the other side. Cora Glenn grabs the board for MG. Now Nelson will walk it into the front court against the Red Hawk defense. Nelson in the paint, pulls up, lets it fly, can't hit. Too strong, but she gets her own rebound. Kicks to Tortorisi on the right wing. Back to Nelson it goes on that same wing. Nelson will walk it near the midcourt stripe. Nelson against Stockman, wants to bring it into the paint. Instead finds Aubrey Smith open for three. She missed it short. Nelson got the rebound and put it back up and through. Another second chance opportunity. Got to capitalize when you have them, and Nelson did just that. 11-2 Monona Grove, 12:07 to play first half.
Silver Eagles have a decent-sized lead so far early on in this game, which is going to help them out later in the game.
And a turnover forced by the MGD as Keyline threw it out of bounds, a pass intended for the far corner. And we have a whistle and another timeout, Milton, and this will be a full timeout. Silver Eagle Girls Varsity Basketball and Monona Community Media, the Monona Go app, and 98.7 WVMO.
Silver Eagles are doing a great job at holding this Milton team to very, very low points early on in this game. I mean, we're 5 minutes in, and they've only scored 2 points so far. I mean, I hope that their offense can show a little bit more throughout the game, put up a little bit more points, maybe compete a little bit harder here. I mean, Monona Grove is doing one heck of a job, though, to holding them to barely any points and putting up a decent amount of points themselves. I mean, they're already up by 9 here early on. So,
and not only that, but they've kept it a clean game as well. No fouls, no team fouls anyway for the Silver Eagles through about 6 minutes of action. As the 5 on the floor for the Silver Eagles will be Tia Justice, Cora Glenn, Sydney Glenn, Danielle Becker, and Abby Inda. Getting ready to come out of the timeout. It will be Milton basketball when we are set for play once again. Keyline heads the Red Hawks going out, along with Morehart, and actually Silver Eagle basketball, my bad. 5 on the floor for Milton, Mesera, Morehart, Keyline, along with Koyo and Stockman. As the Silver Eagles go to work on offense, Glenn finds Abby Inda, Sydney Glenn, that is. Inda kicks to Danielle Becker, misses the 3-ball short from the right wing, out of bounds to Milton. Basketball touching either Becker or Inda last. Morehart to inbound, lobs it in to Keyline. The Red Hawks go back to work on the offensive side, and we got a whistle and a foul caused by Danielle Becker. Her first personal, the first for anyone on the Silver Eagle varsity squad. Inbound given to Keyline, who will walk it into the front court against Glenn. Keyline lost the basketball. Sydney Glenn the other way, open space, no one in front of her. She lays it up and in. And the lead is double digits, less than 7 minutes into this one. 11:10 to go, first half. Monona Grove 13, Milton 2.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from these Silver Eagles early on. I mean, they are just proving themselves as one unit as a team here early on. I mean, up 11 right now. It's pretty incredible getting to watch this team do what they do tonight.
Koyo draws a contact on the other side. Sydney Glenn hit with her first personal. And 2 quick fouls for the Silver Eagles. First of 2 from Koyo is good. 13-3, Monona Grove with a 10-point lead. And Butchin will sub in, along with Lauren Koyo. Second of 2 free throws is too strong. Abby into the rebound for MG. Takes it into the front court. Moves to the left elbow, kicks to Cora Glynn. 3-ball around and out, no good. And the rebound secured by Milton. Lauren Koyo there to grab it. Kicks to Stockman, who walks it across the timeline against Justice. And Stockman finding Butchin, threw it up, no good, out of bounds to Milton. Off the fingers of his Silver Eagle. Allison Koyo to inbound for Milton. One of 4 freshmen on the Milton varsity squad. Here's Stockman with it just inside the arc right wing. Takes it back outside the perimeter. Now Butchin with it, top of the circle. Passes to the corner. Keyline is there, just inside the 3-point arc. Keyline gets it back and hits the 3 from the right wing.
What a beautiful basket there by Milton. I mean, wow, that's great for their offense. I mean, they've been struggling early on here, and I like to see that little spark from them.
The lead goes from 11 to 7 in a matter of less than 60 seconds. We're 10 minutes from the break. Danielle Becker couldn't get the scoop-up layup to go. Justice couldn't handle the rebound. Milton goes the other way, 1-on-3. Butchin, layup in traffic, got blocked by Inda, but they'll say she got the body of Butchin as well. And that'll be 2 shots for Kylie Butchin.
I liked how Milton just approached that. I mean, I like seeing what they're doing here over the past few minutes.
First of 2 good from Butchin to cut the lead to 6. Milton on a 5-0 scoring run at the moment, trying to extend it to 6. Second of 2 on the way, and it's good. 13-8. Monona Grove still with the lead, 9:48 and counting.
I like the momentum that Milton has going, definitely after that electric 3 earlier.
Becker gives to Nelson. On the Eagles win, brings it inside the arc. Gets it back from Aubrey Smith. Cross-court pass to Becker. Bounces it inside. Glynn throws it up. Sydney Glynn got blocked, but she got it back. Now Nelson's got it at the top of the circle. Kicks to Inda. Jump stop 3-ball from Becker is too short. And the Red Hawks pick up the rebound going the other way. Keyline ahead goes to Stockman left of the lane. Back to Keyline it goes against Smith. The kick to Lauren Koyo, just on the far side at the top of the circle. She bullies her way in the paint against Inda, lays it up and good. Floats it over the D of Inda, and Milton is back within a single possession. Smith on the other side tries a 3, leaves it well too strong. But Abby Inda able to pick up the offensive board. Brings it back in the paint, lays it up, and no good. Bounced off the front, or the back iron rather, and out. So Milton a chance to cut the lead to 1 or tie it with a 3 as Stockman on the left wing goes inside the paint. Now right of the lane, kicks to Koyo. Koyo against Smith. Makes her way into the paint, layup too strong. Silver Eagles the other way now.
Silver Eagles need to chill out a little bit. I mean, they're being too aggressive trying to get that ball in the hoop way too early instead of just trying to take their time with it a little bit. I think Milton's doing a better job at that over the past few minutes, and that's why they've been able to score the amount of points that they have. I mean, I really like seeing what Milton's been doing offensively, cutting the MG's lead down shorter and shorter.
Jumper no good from Sydney Glynn. On the other side of things, Koyo missed a spin around Jay. So the Silver Eagles will inbound baseline left with 8:06 remaining in the first half and a 13-10 lead. Nelson takes the inbound from Tortorisi. Slow walks it across the timeline. Kicks to the far side. Sophia Lee new in for the Silver Eagles. She checks in for the first time tonight. Now Nelson, jump stop, puts it up no good, too strong, but got her own rebound. Tortorisi has it, kicks to Smith, who finds Sophia Lee. Lee at the Eagles wing at half court. Finds Smith, pass tipped by Mesera, but the Silver Eagles hang on. Lee has it, Left wing, far side now, finding Sydney Glynn. Sydney Glynn kicks to Tortorisi, who finds Smith. Smith too strong on the three, and the Redhawks secure the defensive board.
This Milton team has really turned around in the last 4 minutes of this game. I mean, they've just been able to put points up and stopping the Silver Eagles from scoring.
Koyo in the paint, gets it to go against the defense of Sydney Glynn, and with a free throw, she can tie it. 7:07 remaining in the first half. Milton on a 10-0 scoring run at the moment. That foul is on Glynn. That is her second, and the fourth on the Silver Eagles thus far. Koyo to tie it. Too strong, no good. Justice gets the rebound. The lead is 1 for MG. Nelson will walk it across the timeline. Crossover dribble. Moves inside, then kicks to Tortorisi, who got bumped by Butchin. And that is Milton's fourth foul. Tortorisi to inbound near sideline. Looking, gets in to a trailing Nelson. Carson Nelson moves to her left, near half court with the crossover dribble. Kicks to the far side. Sophia Lee will try a three ball. That's too strong. Offensive rebound, though, Tortorisi. She pivots just inside the arc right wing. Aubrey Smith muscles it up and in. Counted and a foul.
I really like the momentum that Milton had going there for the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game so far. Looks like that it might be starting to shift back to the Silver Eagles now.
6:36 remaining in the first half. That foul on Mesera, her first personal. Smith for the and one. Around and out, no good on the free throw. So the lead remains 3 at 15 for MG, 12 for Milton. Into the front court goes Butchin. Kicks to Mesera. Mesera finding number 33, Kruger, in for the first time. Three ball to tie is too strong. Silver Eagles the other way, but they lose it. Getting it back, Holly Morehart, who missed the three. Kicks to the top of the circle. Butchin in the paint, lays it up too strong, and Justice secures the loose change. Ahead goes Carson Nelson to Aubrey Smith. Layup is good off the glass. 17-12, Monona Grove, 6 minutes remaining first half, as Milton goes into their own front court.
Aubrey Smith did a great job planting her feet there and making sure that she stopped just in time to get the layup up and good.
Morehart no good on the scoop-up layup. Silver Eagles the other way. Carson Nelson in the paint lays it up and in. And just like that, the Silver Eagles combat with a 6-0 scoring run of their own. 19-12 MG, 5:30 to play first half. Butchin goes in the paint and loses it out of bounds, but off the hands of Carson Nelson. It'll stay with the Red Hawks.
Looks like the Silver Eagles here are getting back the momentum here. I mean, they've been scoring some points here after their big 10-0 for about a solid 5 minutes when Milton's offense was doing some great things out there.
Koyo draws contact in the paint. Foul goes against Carson Nelson, her first personal. And Lauren Koyo to shoot a pair. First of 2 is up and too strong. Score remains 19-12 with 5:25 to go until the break. Koyo with the bend to the knees, lets the second one fly, banks it home. And coming in for the Red Hawks will be Cameron Zerwinski. Silver Eagles inbound baseline left. Nelson gets it from Tia Justice. Walks it into the front court against the Red Hawk defense. Smith gives to Inda. Cross-court pass. Tortorisi opened up for 3. Missed it just too strong. Red Hawks secure the rebound. Morehart has it. She's doubled by Tortorisi and Inda on the far corner. And Tortorisi able to pick it up. Now Tia Justice has it. Is brought to the floor. Referees call travel. And Milton will get the basketball. Unless we had a timeout called beforehand, they do award a Silver Eagle timeout. So with that in mind, it will be Silver Eagle basketball calling timeout to secure possession with exactly 5 minutes left. Monona Grove 19, Milton 13. Silver Eagle girls varsity basketball and Monona Community Media, the Monona Go app at 98.7 WVMO.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing here by both teams. I mean, Milton has definitely turned it around from the first few minutes of play, because at the beginning they were seeming to be a little rusty, only able to put 2 points up, and at one point they were down 11. They did a great job at cutting that lead down to even 1 at one point. Now they're here down by 6, and I mean I'm liking what I'm seeing by both sides of the ball here for Silver Eagles and for Milton. I mean, they've played some great offense, and there's been some pretty good defensive moments as well.
Tortorisi to inbound, baseline right. In the Silver Eagle front court, looking, lobs it into Justice. MG goes back to work on the offensive side of the basketball. Inda has it on the far side, gives to a trailing Nelson. Nelson moves to the top of the circle, goes inside, lays it up, and good off the glass. An impressive scoop up by Carson Nelson. The Silver Eagles break the 20-point mark with 4:41 to go in the first half. 21-13 is our score. Red Hawks into their own front court. Keyline has it. Dishes it away. Morehart has it, gives to Mesera. Now Keyline with the top of the circle. Finding Morehart. Missed a 3-2 strong. Rebound tipped out of bounds off the hands of Morehart. Silver Eagle basketball.
See, Milton can't make mistakes like that, or they're going to keep going down here on the scoreboard. Because Silver Eagles, their offense is very powerful, and when you get the ball in their hands, I mean, they will score.
Tortorisi gets a pass from Carson Nelson on the far side, bounces to Abby Inda just inside the arc. Nelson stops for 3, missed it right. Inda gets the offensive rebound, kicks out. Tortorisi will try a 3. That is a round and out, no good. And on the rebound, Aubrey Smith gets called for a foul. Milton will get the basketball going the other way. To inbound for Milton is Kylie Butchin. Butchin looking, bounces it in. Or rather, that was Mesera. She gets it into Keyline. And the easy find is Zerwinski. So Milton cuts the lead to 6 in just 2 possessions with 3:40 to go. Smith on the other side misses a 3 short from the right corner. Red Hawks the other way. The lob from Morehart and Mesera had it. We had a whistle and a stoppage of play. And we do get a defensive foul. Smith called for another quick one, her second personal.
Yeah, I like what I just saw there from Milton. I mean, they were able to get that nice layup and then defensively get the ball back. And then now here they are shooting free throws.
1-and-1 coming up for the Red Hawks as the front end is good from Sophie Mesera. 21-16 MG, 3:32 remaining in the first half. As Mesera eyes the rim for the back end and misses it strong. Rebound tipped. Offensive rebound by Koyo. And Milton can't succeed on a couple of second chance opportunities. Becker secures the rebound for MG, and the Silver Eagles go the other way. Nelson with it, kicks to Inda at the right elbow. Inda wants to get it inside, has it tipped, but Nelson comes up with it, finds Abby Inda, lays it up, no good. Tia Justice secures the loose change and puts it back up and through. 23-16 MG, 3 minutes to go until the break. Koyo with it, will lob to Keyline, running it into the front court, finding the other Koyo. Lauren spins in the paint, off the glass and good against Tia Justice. 23-18, 2:45 to play.
I love both these offenses and their aggression. Like, I mean, you can just tell that they came tonight to win this game, and I mean, they're both trying their best to do that, and I mean, they're doing a great job showing that. I mean, they're leaving it all out here on the court.
Inda and Justice no good for the Silver Eagles on the offensive side. Koyo for the Red Hawks unable to finish. That's Allison Koyo, by the way. Inda secures the rebound and gets fouled. on the defensive end. That's Milton's 6th, and the last they have to give in this half. 2:19 on the game clock. 5-point Silver Eagle lead. And Kaylin McQueenie checks in for the first time tonight. She'll get the inbound from Danielle Becker. And MG goes back to work on offense. McQueenie walks it into the front court. Stops at the top of the circle, gives to Inda on the left elbow. Inda makes her way inside, gives it back out to McQueenie. McQueenie to the far side, Cora Glynn is there. Glynn finding Inda left elbow, back to McQueenie. Now Becker right wing. Cross court to Abby Inda. Inda stops at the left elbow, finds Danielle Becker open for 3, missed it short. Koyo the rebound for the Redhawks, and she's doubled by Inda and Justice. Gets it across the timeline, doubled again. Finding Mesera, 3-ball around and out, no good from Moorhart. And Monona Grove walks the other way. 95 seconds till the break. Inda dumps it off to Danielle Becker. Now Glynn gives it back inside to Inda. Pull-up jumper, left elbow, pure. How about Abby Inda? Nobody near her.
It's a beautiful shot there by Abby Inda there. Great for MG's offense. But they're going to enjoy that later on the scoreboard.
Koyo missed the 3 for the Redhawks on the other side, so the Silver Eagles a chance to extend it further. A 7-point lead approaching a minute to go. Here's Tia Justice, a layup no good in the paint. We have 1 minute to play. Keyline with it for the Redhawks. Brings it across the timeline with the right hand. Against McQueenie. She dumps it off. And with it is Kruger. Kruger to the far side. Redhawks trying to work the MGD in the final seconds of the half. Spin move and layup too strong from Mesera as Glynn secures the rebound. Inda ahead to Becker, who finds Tia Justice. Back out to Abby Inda. Opens her up from 3. She missed it short. 26 seconds in counting. And Milton can take the final possession of the half if they wish. And Mesera got called for an offensive foul. Will go the other way with 20.6 to go. Mesera's second puts the Silver Eagles into the bonus should they get fouled again.
The Silver Eagles are able to put up any more points here. I mean, I feel like they could really pull away here for half.
Cora Glynn falls on the basketball. We got a whistle jump ball. It'll be Arrow Monona Grove, so they'll get it back. But with that, Milton, as long as the arrow doesn't change again, Milton will be the one starting the second half. 10.1 on the game clock. Inbound to Abby in the backcourt. Silver Eagles have a few seconds to make something happen. Inda inside to Tia Justice. Got to get it out. Has it taken away. Keyline will throw it up at the horn. And she got fouled before that horn sounded. Naomi Keyline will be shooting 3 free throws as Inda is called for the foul. We'll see how much time they put back on the clock. There was definitely time there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big mistake there by the Silver Eagles. Definitely with the last seconds left on the clock.
First of 3 is good, 25-19. They may just end the half after these free throws. We'll see what ends up happening. Keyline for the second of 2, misses it. Just too strong. A 6-point lead would become 5 if Keyline can go 2 of 3. As she eyes the rim for her third and final attempt. Lets it fly, and it's good. 25-20. And it looks like that's how the first half of action will come to an end. It is. So 25-20 is our score after a very interesting ending to the first half. Grayson, your thoughts on the first half so far?
Yeah, I mean, both offenses have just done such a great job. I mean, they've put up a lot of points so far in this game, and I mean, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from both offenses tonight.
Looking like we're going to have a good one. We're back in what appears to be, yes, it will be 10 minutes as usual. Back in that amount of time for the start of our second half of action. You're listening to Silver Eagle Girls Varsity Basketball in Monona Community Media, the Monona Go app, and 98.7 WVMO.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could direct your attention to the court. Tonight we gather not only to cheer on our Silver Eagles, but also to take a moment to honor someone whose dedication has left an indelible mark on Monona High School athletics. I am thrilled to announce the recipient of this year's Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association Local Service Award is none other than our very own Dan Marion. Dan's journey as an employee with Monona started back in 2004 as a member of our custodial staff, but his impact reaches far beyond the walls he tends to. Dan's connection to our school goes back to his student days, where his commitment to excellence caught the eye of none other than Frank Lava, the first boy basketball coach in our school's history. Dan was such an outstanding student that Coach Lava entrusted him with odd jobs during class, going beyond the typical academic duties. One memorable task included Dan going the extra mile, or rather the extra miles, by getting an oil change for Coach Lava's car. Serving our athletic programs for somewhere between 15 and 20 years, Dan has seamlessly woven himself into the fabric of our athletic community. His unparalleled knowledge of our facilities is matched only by his unwavering dedication. From supervisory roles to event management in sports like basketball, soccer, hockey, and football, Dan has been a cornerstone in the success of our athletic programs. Dependable, reliable, and incredible attention to detail has been invaluable to our athletic events. Dan's contributions extend beyond the bricks and mortar. His work behind the scenes, making our basketball games go off without a hitch. His ability to build rapport with officials and workers alike ensures that everyone who steps into our gym feels not only welcome, but supported. As a Badger Conference official stated, I've officiated collegiate and high school games. Monona Grove has always been one of my favorites.
Halftime here at Monona Grove High School. We are through 18 minutes of action, and the Silver Eagles lead the visiting Redhawks of Milton by a score of 25-20. Very close one early on. Couple mistakes on both sides by both teams, but it has been Monona Grove who's been able to capitalize more. As we get ready for our second half of action, 5 on the floor for MG will be Brooklyn Tortorisi, Carson Nelson, Aubrey Smith, Abby Inda, and Tia Justice. And for Milton, we get Butchin, Mesera, Lauren Coyo, along with Keyline and Morehart, same 5 that started this one. Silver Eagles will get the basketball to start our second half of action as Tortorisi inbounds to Carson Nelson. Gets it back from her. Gives to Abby Inda, just left of the lane. Gets the basketball back to Tortorisi. Now Smith will try a 3. Left wing, or rather right wing. Either way, it rattles through, and that's a way to start the half off.
Yeah, I mean, that's some great, I like to see that. That's some fiery stuff from the offense. Definitely, I mean, the Silver Eagles offense is not something to mess with. I mean, they have just been so aggressive this season. And wow, there's some aggression from Milton. I love to see that just now.
Butchin makes a 3 to answer out of the break. 28-23 our score, 17-15 to play. Tortorisi on the far side gives in to Abby Inda. Now Aubrey Smith with it, missed the 3 off to the right. Tia Justice, though, got the rebound. Fighting for it is Butchin. We have a whistle and a jump ball. Arrow Milton. So the Redhawks will go the other way. They move left to right in the second half as we see it. Inbound given to Butchin against Inda. She works it to the far side. Fakes to Coyo and then gives to Keyline. Keyline against Tortorisi, top of the circle. Moves into the right elbow, goes to the left elbow. Kicks out, 3 ball on the way, and too strong from the Redhawks. Ahead goes Abby Inda to Brooklyn Tortorisi. Tortorisi finds Justice, and the kick out to Nelson is there. Nelson back in the paint, finding Justice right wing. Or rather, Inda, who scoops to the hoop and lays it up and in. A minute 30 gone by, 30-23, Silver Eagles with the lead, Milton with the basketball. Into the front court go the Redhawks as Morehart has it on the right wing. Against Nelson, she moves to the top of the circle, and the 3 ball is good from Butchin on the left wing.
Wow, I mean, Milton's offense, they're on fire. That's 2 threes for them now in this second half. And geez, wow, that's really going to help them out.
Tortorisi misses a 3 for the Silver Eagles, and the layup good on the other side from Butchin. That cuts the lead to 2. 15:45 remaining. Tortorisi and the Silver Eagles with the basketball. Justice had it inside, gave to Smith. Now Carson Nelson's got it top of the circle. She'll find Tortorisi. Takes a step in, steps back out. Inda's got it left elbow now. Kicks to Smith on the right wing. Smith back to Carson Nelson. In the paint, kicks out Tortorisi, open for 3. That's good. Brooklyn Tortorisi from the left wing. And we're right back where we started. 5-point lead, 33-28 the score. 2 minutes, 45 seconds gone in the second half of action. On the other side, Mesera scoops into the paint and lays it up and in.
That was a beautiful 3 by Tortorisi, and then followed up by a pretty good layup there from Milton. I mean, like I was saying, these offenses are no joke. No joke.
Tortorisi hitting another left wing 3. 2 in a row for her. 36-30 our score. Inside the arc goes Butchin, and she took an extra step with the basketball left of the lane.
These offenses are playing so aggressive, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from both sides of them here so far in this second half of play.
Tortorisi inbounds to Carson Nelson. Silver Eagles back to work after forcing a turnover. Nice find from Abby Inda to Carson Nelson. 38-30 MG, 14:30 to play. Back into the front court go the Redhawks rather. Butchin dumps it off to Coyo. Coyo bullying her way in the paint, lays it up and good off the glass. The lead is 6 once again. 14-16 to play, 38-32 MG. Here's Carson Nelson in the paint, stops and banks it in off the glass. 40-32 MG, 14:05 to go. Keyline into the front court on the right wing against Justice. Kicks to the far side, and Koyo sends it inside. Now Mezera puts it up, no good, but she drew contact, and that whistle sends her to the line for 2. 13:53 to play, and a chance for the Red Hawks to cut it to 6. First of 2 is up, over the front rim and good. Cora Glenn will check in for the Silver Eagles. Abby Inda checks out. And one more coming from Mezera. It is up and too strong off the back iron. Justice secures the rebound. Into the front court goes Carson Nelson, puts it up in traffic, missed the layup, but she got fouled. So it'll be Carson Nelson at the stripe for the Silver Eagles. Chance to get the lead back out to 8, and she will do so. 41-33 with Nelson's first made free throw. She's got one more. It is up and good. 42-33, 13:47 remaining. Butchin takes the inbound.
Milton has not yet had a lead so far in this game, and I mean, it's going to be very hard for them to accomplish that goal, and definitely if they want to win this game. I mean, because MG's offense is just a powerhouse. I mean, they are just so great at getting that ball through the hoop.
Keyline in the paint draws a whistle and a foul. Second team foul for the Silver Eagles, and the second on Cora Glenn.
If MG keeps making those mistakes early, it'll make it easier for Milton to come back from this deficit.
Keyline able to put up a desperation heave, and she gets it to go. 13-16 and counting. The lead is 7, 42-35. How about Aubrey Smith? She missed a 3 ball, though. Looked good, just a bit too strong. The other way go the Red Hawks. Mezera finding Koyo. Now with it is Butchin, or rather, that's Moorhart. Moorhart on the left wing, kicks to the far corner. Keyline is there. Gives to Butchin. Butchin in the paint against Tortoresi, throws it up, left it short. Nelson the rebound, brings it into the front court. As momentum, throws it up in desperation, got it to, or drew the contact rather, she did not get it to go.
I think that Milton's defense is definitely going to be the key if they want to come out on top here. I feel that if MG's offense can be stopped or put to rest for a few minutes, and Milton's offense can put up a decent amount of points in that time, I feel like they could definitely get the lead here in the second half.
Nelson gets the first to rattle through, Pure on the second, so the lead back to 9, 44-35, 12:41 and counting. Here's Keyline in the paint, got tripped up by Glenn. Cora Glenn to be more specific. And that's her third personal. Starting to get in foul trouble, still 12:36 to go in this one. So she'll take a seat. Danielle Becker checks in to replace her. And the inbound and layup no good from Butchin, but she gets her own rebound. Throws a cross-court pass that is intercepted by Tortoresi. MG the other way trying to expand on a 9-point lead. Would get it back out to double digits for the first time since early on in this game. Tia Justice throws it up in desperation, couldn't hit, but the offensive rebound goes to Carson Nelson. Becker kicking to Smith, who lost it for a second but got it back. And Tortoresi drives in the paint, puts it up and in, count it, and a foul.
I love this offensive aggression by the Silver Eagles and just the power that they have. And I mean, they are just so confident, and I love it.
46-35, and Tortorisi good on the and one. You can make it 47-35 Silver Eagles. 12:05 and counting in the second half, and the Silver Eagle lead is 12. Here's a kick to the right wing, Keyline there. Dumps it off to Morehart. Now Koyo with it. Moves right in the lane. Got blocked by Aubrey Smith, but Smith also caught the shoulder of Koyo, and she'll step to the line for a pair. And Smith has 3 personals, so she's got to be careful as well. 4th team foul for the Silver Eagles in this half. Koyo for the first of 2 is good. 47-36 with 11:53 remaining in this game. And Smith will check out Sydney Glenn back in for MG. Koyo eyes the rim for her second of 2, puts it up, and it's good. 47-37. Just under 12 minutes to go. Here's Carson Nelson across the timeline to Glenn, finding Becker at the right wing. Becker bounces it into Nelson, takes it back outside the perimeter. Moves toward the top of the circle, wants to bring it inside the arc, instead steps back, 3-ball on the way over the front rim and no good. Milton gets the rebound, heads the other way with 11.5 to go. Koyo with it, top of the circle against Justice, spins in the paint, kicks it back out. Now a feed to Keyline on the right wing, moves to the top of the circle. Koyo just inside the arc, kicks to the corner, Butchin for 3, left corner is no good, offensive rebound, no Keyline. Keyline top of the circle, and Nelson almost had a steal and a takeaway, but she loses it out of bounds. Milton will keep the basketball as Abby Inda checks in to replace Tortorisi. 11:05 remains in this game. Monona Grove 47, Milton 37. Inbound coming up far sideline, as inbounding it will be Morehart. Gets it into Keyline against Becker. Keyline pulls up from 3-point range, around and out, no good. Offensive rebound now to Koyo. She couldn't handle it. Nelson the other way, 2-on-1. And Nelson kicks back out to Sydney Glenn, who finds Becker. Becker will pull up from 3. She missed it too strong. Rebound tipped, not out of bounds, instead into the hands of Sydney Glenn. We have a whistle and a jump ball, Arrow Monona Grove.
Milton really has to step up in every form here, I mean, if they want to win this game, because they're down by 10 here and they're facing a very, very strong-willed offense who is known at putting points up no matter what.
Inda got fouled on the inbound. Butchin will be called for the contact. And that's her second personal. So Abby Inda steps to the stripe for a pair and is good on the first of 2. Brings the lead back to 11. Chance to max out the 4-possession game if she can hit this one and make it 12. It is up and good. 10:41 to play, second half. Monona Grove 49, Milton 37. Inbounds given to Keyline, who will walk it across the timeline against the defense of Abby Inda. Keyline crossover dribble, kicks to the wing. Butchin is there against Becker. Back to Keyline it goes. Brings it inside the perimeter, right of the lane. And a kick to Koyo. Koyo right wing against Justice. Moves it right of the lane. Spinning, pivoting, and gives it back out to Butchin. Butchin crossover dribble against Becker. Brings it inside. In the paint, she's doubled. Puts it up, leaves it short. Becker secures the rebound. Silver Eagles back the other way. 10 minutes to go. Carson Nelson across the timeline. Dribbles with the left hand. Moves it into the paint. Lays it up in traffic. No good, but she got bumped, and she'll go to the stripe for a pair.
This Silver Eagles team has a very, very comfortable lead at the moment, and I feel like if they are able to keep putting up points at the way that they have been all game, I don't know if Milton can come out on top.
Nelson at the stripe for 2. Leaves the first one short. Couple substitutions for the Redhawks, as Stockman and Kruger check in for Milton. Second of 2 for Nelson is good. 50-37 the score. 9:52 to play. Stockman takes the inbound for the Red Hawks. Walks it across the timeline and gives off to Mesera. Mesera lays it up in traffic. She was doubled and she drew contact, and she'll go to the stripe for a pair. That is Sydney Glynn's third. And the Silver Eagles have 3 with 3 fouls. Mesra at the stripe, trying to cut into the Silver Eagle lead. She's too strong on the first free throw. Tortorisi back in for Monona Grove as Tia Justice checks out. Second of 2 for Mesera. She eyes the rim, lets it fly, and it's no good. Becker gets the loose change, and MG goes back to work on offense. Nelson slows things down, finding Tortorisi. Inside it goes to Glynn. Spins around, pulls up, can't hit, but Danielle Becker gets the offensive rebound. Now back to Nelson. Tortorisi finds Glynn again. She makes her way into the paint, lays it up, and gets it to roll through. And we got a whistle and a timeout, Red Hawks. And this will be a full timeout. 9:20 to go, second half. Monona Grove 52, Milton 37. Silver Eagle girls varsity basketball and Monona Community Media, the Monona Go app at 98.7 WVMO.
So impressed by Monona Grove's offense tonight. I mean, they just keep putting points on the board like all the time. And I mean, both you just know that both these teams are very aggressive. I mean, so far in the second half, they both have 5 fouls and a crazy amount of points. So, I mean, I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. But Milton really, if they want a chance to win this game, they really have to stop the Silver Eagles on offense. That is the key. Because their offense is just too good, and once they get going, they won't stop.
In just under 9 minutes of this second half, the Silver Eagles have already put up more points than they did in the entire first half. The score at the break, may I remind you, 25-20 MG. But give credit to Milton, they've also put up almost as many points as they did in the first half in half the time. 17 so far. They'll get the basketball with a chance to expand on those second half offensive successes. Here's Keyline into the front court for the Red Hawks. Kicks to the corner. Kruger will try a 3, misses it too strong. Inda goes the other way. The Silver Eagles look to get their 28th and 29th and their 30th points. Brooklyn Tortorisi, right wing 3. That's her 3rd in the second half.
Wow.
Just under 9 minutes to go.
This offense, I mean, definitely Brooklyn Tortorisi is having herself a night so far. Like, wow.
And we get a takeaway as Abby Inda bumps it to Carson Nelson. And the Silver Eagles look to expand. Maybe make this a 20-point game. Carson Nelson will do just that. In the paint, she puts it up and in over the Milton defense. And the lead is 20, 57-37. Kruger got bumped, no foul called, and it's out of bounds to Monona Grove.
It is going to be very, very difficult for Milton to try and force a comeback here. I mean, down 20 against this very talented offense with only 8:30 left to go on the clock. I mean, it's a big, big challenge for them. I mean, I don't put it past them because they have done some great things on offense.
McQueenie takes it across the timeline. She's back in for the Silver Eagles. Smith will try a 3, left wing. That's short, but she gets her own rebound. Gives it to McQueenie on the left wing. Bounces it to Carson Nelson. Nelson crosses back over, finding Smith. Smith into the paint. Over one defender, laid it up and good off the glass. 59-37 Monona Grove. Just under 8 minutes to go. The feed to Zerwinski, and the 3-ball from Koyo, Allison Koyo that it is no good. Milton tried to save it from going out of bounds, but it went right into the hands of Danielle Becker. MG the other way, McQueenie finding Becker on the corner. She takes it in the paint. Kicks it back out. Smith left with some space, doesn't take the 3, instead gives off to Nelson. Now McQueenie has it right wing. and got bumped just inside the perimeter on the right wing. That's Milton's 6th team foul, their last to give in the half.
The Silver Eagles offense has just been overall just smarter in the second half of play. I mean, like Parker was saying earlier, how they have more than doubled their points in that they had in the first half already in the second half so far. And I think that's just because they've been more conservative with their threes and knowing when to shoot them and what to do at all times.
We had a takeaway, and Milton was going the other way, but the ball possessor took an extra step. So the Silver Eagles will get it in their front court. Tortorisi lobs it in to McQueenie, and MG goes back to work on the offensive side of the ball. Here's Sophia Lee, top of the circle. Wanted to hand it off to Nelson. Instead, it gets intercepted, and the Silver Eagles take it right back. Zerwinski had it, but Nelson took it. Lee kicks to Tortorisi. Silver Eagles with the lead in the basketball. Pass from Tortorisi to Nelson on the far side. Nelson brings it into the paint, kicks to Sophia Lee. Jump stop 3 ball is too short. And the rebound to Butchin of the Red Hawks. 6:50 to go, second half. MG 59, Milton 37. It's a more ball pressure, but this time it'll be Sophia Lee called for a reach-in foul. And that is Monona Grove's last foul to give. So penalty free throws the rest of the way if we get defensive contact with 6 minutes and 46 seconds on the game clock.
It's been a few minutes since this Milton offense has scored a point, and that really has me worried for them because they have just kept going down and down and down so far over the last 10 minutes, definitely with as much points as the Silver Eagles team is putting on the board. So it's starting to not look so good for the Milton Red Hawks anymore.
Lauren Coyo lost the inbound pass. That's why the Silver Eagles just got a possession, but Smith couldn't hit the 3. On the other side, Milton will get their first basket in a while. And we have a timeout for substitution. Aubrey Smith checks out, and Cora Glynn will check in. That basket will count by Coyo. And Milton, as you mentioned, Grayson, gets their first points in quite a long time. Tortorisi misses the 3 on the right corner. Milton back the other way, trying to get another offensive success. As for the Red Hawks, it's Butchin. Pulls up from 3-point land and misses strong. Lee the rebound for the Silver Eagles. Gives off to Nelson, who walks it across the timeline. Under 6 minutes to go in our final half of regulation. Nelson in the paint, leaves it short, but got a whistle and a foul, and she'll step to the stripe for what I believe will be 2 shots if they give her continuation, and they will. Brooklyn Hill, new in for the Red Hawks, is called for the contact, and Nelson good on the first of 2. 60-39 MG, 5:50 to play. Second free throw is up, and it rattles through. Tia Justice will check in to replace Nelson. And the Silver Eagles lead it by 22. Red Hawks inbound and get things started once again. A dump off to is Moorhart. And a 3 is no good from Butchin, out of bounds. It'll go to Monona Grove off the hands of the shooter Butchin. Tortorisi to inbound baseline, or rather near sideline right. Gives into Tortorisi. Slow walk across center court. Takes it into the paint, wants to kick it back out, and finds Sophia Lee. Lee's got it over her head, then moves inside the paint. Now with the charity stripe, wants to get it away. Does so to McQueenie. McQueenie outside the perimeter, kicks to Justice on the right wing. Justice in the paint, kicks back out Tortorisi, dumps it off to Sophia Lee. Back to Tortorisi, it goes top of the circle. 5:07 and counting, pass inside is intercepted by Zerwinski. Zerwinski pulls up and banks it in off the glass. And Milton cuts the lead to 20, 61-41, just under 5 minutes to go.
I like to see that. Milton showing a little bit of life here late in the second half. I mean, they've kind of been dormant for the past while. Wow, what a three there by Sophia Lee.
Sophia Lee, right wing three, and the lead is 23. Runner is good, though, from Butchin. And Milton brings it right back to a 21-point game. 4.5 minutes to go, 64-43 Silver Eagles. Sophia Lee sidesteps the defense and lays it up and in with no one in front of her. We got a whistle and a timeout called by Milton, and this will be a 30-second timeout. 4:20 remaining in the second half. Monona Grove 66, Milton 43. Silver Eagle girls varsity basketball and Monona Community Media, the Monona Go app at 98.7 WVMO.
Yeah, I mean, the Silver Eagles team has a very, very comfortable lead here, and I don't think they'll be letting it go anytime soon. I mean, we're late in the second half here, and they're up by 23 now with 4:11 to go.
That timeout was actually a timeout for substitution. So we have action, and it ends up being Keyline at the stripe, missing the front end of a 1-and-1 as we approach the final 4 minutes of this half. Lee opened up from three, left corner, leaves it off to the left. Sydney Glynn gets the offensive rebound and draws a whistle and a foul. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Glynn, as that foul goes against Mesra, is her third personal and the 8th on the visiting Redhawks. Glynn eyes the rim, lets the front end fly, around and through. 67-43, exactly 4 minutes to go. Second free throw, the back end of the 1-and-1 from Glynn is on its way. Around and out, no good. And Mesra secures the rebound for the Redhawks. Takes it into the front court just inside the wing against Lee. And getting bumped to the ground is Kaylin Stockman. She'll go to the stripe for a 1-and-1 with 3:50 remaining.
I want to talk a little bit about the Silver Eagles defense. I mean, over the past, this last half of the second half, they have really held Milton to very little amount of points. I mean, only I want to say about 7 points, because they were at 37 for a while.
Yeah, 7 points over about 5.5 minutes of game time.
So this Silver Eagles team has just been coming out after the halftime and playing some amazing ball.
Well, you can make it 8 points in 5.5 minutes. Stockman good on both free throws, front and back end of the 1-and-1. As we start to wind things down here in Monona, Sydney Glynn in the paint, cuts to the other side, the near side. And the pass intercepted by Keyline. Redhawks go the other way, trying to get any spark of life they can. Abby Inda able to save it. And we have a whistle and a foul going against Milton as McQueenie secured the inbound save from Inda. So McQueenie will step to the stripe for a 1-and-1. And Lauren Reed checks in for the first time tonight. McQueenie to shoot a 1-and-1. Chance to get MG's 68th point, and she will. 3:26 remaining, 68-45 MG. That is the third foul called against Keyline. 9th Milton foul. McQueenie good on the second of two, 69-45 the score. Into the front court goes Stockman, and the inbound attempted save from Zerwinski. She did save it from going out of bounds, but it went right to the Silver Eagles. Reed will try a three, leaves it short, and McQueenie, desperation heave, gets it to Lauren Reed. She stepped out of bounds. Did we get a timeout? Looks like we did. So the Silver Eagles will take a timeout to secure possession, and this will be a full timeout. 3 minutes, 9 seconds remain in our game. Monona Grove 69, Milton 45. And Grayson, you have to think the Silver Eagles are feeling pretty comfortable at this point.
Oh, definitely. I mean, 20-point lead with 3 minutes to go. I mean, I just do not see Milton coming out on top here. I mean, they are down big late. And with the amount of mistakes that they have made so far in the second half and just how composed the Silver Eagles have stayed and been able to put up a crazy amount of points in the second half, I mean, they're on pace to even possibly triple the amount of points that they had in the first half.
Yeah, they're scoring in the second half. If they reach 75, their second half scoring would double their first half scoring. That's how Grayson got that triple figure. As Becker looks to inbound, gets it into Kaylin McQueenie. 6 points needed for this Silver Eagle offense, but a turnover won't help. Kruger takes it away. Stockman into the paint for the Redhawks, finding Keyline. Now with it, Kruger lost the basketball, and we have a whistle and a foul before McQueenie could take control. Sophia Lee called for her second. It'll be a 1-and-1 against Kruger, who got contacted with 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Front end of the 1-and-1 rattles through. 69-46 is our score. And the back end now of the 1-and-1, up and good. The lead cut to 22. Inbound given to Becker. Silver Eagles have to run out the clock a little bit now. Becker lost the basketball but got it back and flings it to Sydney Glynn. Glynn takes it into the front court on the right wing. Now McQueenie finds Becker. Sydney Glynn to Sophia Lee. 3-ball is good. Top of the circle 3. And Sophia Lee brings the Silver Eagles back out in front by 25.
That is another beautiful 3 by Sophia Lee in the second half. I mean, she has had 2 amazing shots that have helped the Silver Eagles out significantly. And wow, what a 3 by Milton there.
Kruger hitting a right corner 3 to answer. And our score is 72-50. Sydney Glynn with it on the far side. Kicks to Becker. A right-hand dribble. Becker inside, almost lost it, but McQueenie able to gather. Brings it into the paint, kicks to Sydney Glynn. Glynn lost it, but got it back just outside the perimeter. Finds a trailing McQueenie. And we have a timeout for substitution. The Silver Eagles will bring in substitutes. Number 25, Josie Graham. Number 44, Daniela Whitty. And number 5, Kata Jackson. Jackson will inbound. The Silver Eagles will bring up a new play. And Josie Graham takes the pass. Now Kata Jackson with it. Dishes to Sydney Glynn. Inside it goes. Whitty back to Jackson. Pull-up jumper. Misses too strong. Offensive rebound, though, Sydney Glynn. She couldn't finish the second chance. Milton the other way. A couple of substitutes came in for them as well. Number 32, Maddie Fuhrman, is one of them. She's got the rock and dishes to Noble. 3-ball around and no good from a Red Hawk whose number I could not get. That was Zerwinski. Zerwinski on defense. And we got an and one. Sydney Glynn assisting,
Lauren
who was
Reed.
that? Lauren Reed, who will step to the stripe to give MG that magical 75th point of the evening. And she can do it with 75 seconds left on the clock. She won't, though. Missed the free throw. Offensive rebound, though, to Whitty. Pull-up J from Sydney Glynn is left short. Milton goes the other way. One more chance, maybe 2, to make something happen. Fuhrman has it on the far side, out of bounds to Monona Grove. 1:01 remaining. And MG will do its job and dribble out the clock for most of this final minute. Glynn takes the inbound. On the far side, gives to Lauren Reed. And pass knocked out of bounds by Zerwinski, intended for Kata Jackson. Jackson to inbound, gets in to Graham. Graham a right-hand dribble, finding Whitty on the right wing. Brings it into the paint. Off the glass and good. And the varsity bench will go crazy for Daniela Whitty. She also plays on the JV squad. She did a nice job with her JV game as well. That ball is out of bounds in the Milton front court. It'll stay with the Red Hawks off the hands of Jackson.
Wow, I mean, the Silver Eagles offense is just really something special. I mean, they have been able to put up so many points, definitely in the second half. I mean, it blows my mind that they have put up 51 points in this half. So,
and you can make it 53. Sydney Glenn scoops the inbound and makes the Silver Eagle lead 28 with an open layup on the fast break points. On the other side of things, Milton can't hit on a layup in the paint, and the Silver Eagles will bring it into the front court, and Kata Jackson has it knocked out of bounds by Furman. She will inbound and likely dribble out the final 8.8 that we have here. Josie Graham with it will give to Sydney Glynn, and the Silver Eagles are victorious over the Milton Redhawks. We had a takeaway. Zerwinski put up a shot at the horn and missed it. So that will go down in the books as a 78-50 Monona Grove victory. And the Silver Eagles will improve to 9-2 in the Badger Large and 14-6 through their first 20 games of the season.
Silver Eagles are having themselves a season. I mean, their offense is really something special. I mean, they're one talented unit who puts up a crazy amount of points in every game that they play. I mean, definitely tonight, the second half, they were scoring points like there was no tomorrow. I mean, they were just basket here, basket there.
And as you mentioned, a very impressive 53-point second half performance from the team as a whole. Our final tonight, Monona Grove 78, Milton 50. AV's next broadcast of Silver Eagle varsity basketball is next Thursday, February 8th. The girls varsity team is their final home conference game of the season against the Oregon Panthers, who lead the Badger Large Conference at the moment. So that's sure to be a good matchup. It was a close one at Oregon. Expect a close one next Thursday. For Grayson Ebert, Bree Lusheen, Savannah Ceramic, Brennan Hekimovich, Will Nimmo, and the entire rest of our AV crew, this is Parker Hagan signing off, saying hope you enjoyed, and have a good weekend, everybody.